Hi, and welcome to your weekly market review. I'm your host, Nick Rowert, joined today by Scott Kuby, Chief Investment Strategist here at CLS Investment. Scott, let's talk politics. So the midterm elections are over. Stock market hits a new high. So politically, they seem like a pretty big deal. Can you tell us about any changes in policy that might be coming down that may actually benefit investors?
You know, we expect pretty limited changes. The one that we're probably most focused on is the potential for a tax holiday. A lot of for cash that's overseas from U.S. corporations. Currently, the U.S. taxes that money when it comes back, and it's pretty expensive, and so the corporations leave it overseas. And if they brought that back, we would see some big benefits for technology firms, which are the number one industry with cash overseas that could come back and reinvest in the United States.
Okay, great. Well, let's stick with politics. There's been some research out there that seems to indicate that the market does better under Democratic presidents. Now, can you speak to the validity, quality of this research?
You know, I took a look at 1 year in particular, 1980. The market rose 32.5% that year, which gave President Carter's returns a big boost because he was still the president. However, one of the big reasons the market went up was because President Carter probably wasn't going to be president at the end of that term. And that really makes those statistics seem less valuable. I think the key focus is fundamentals. Look at the big picture. Don't look at politics and who's going to be president to drive the overall results for the market.
Great. So let's shelve politics for a second here. Let's talk international central banks. Can you speak to the recent announcements by Japan on Halloween and then, of course, Europe 1 week later?
Yeah, we got some really big announcements, bigger one in Japan, then Europe as well, saying we're going to support economic growth in our respective areas. We think these are generally good news for international markets, although some of the benefit is lost because the Japanese and European currencies drop at the same time. But the big focus we have is good news now, but it's a little bit like a sugar high as far as that the central banks flood it with money. We need some policy changes to back it up in order to get growth going back for the long term. And again, that's always our focus.
Awesome. Well, thanks for the insight.
You bet.
Well, that'll do it for this week. As always, thank you for your time and trust in CLS Investments.